Tam Nakano versus Natsupoi in a steel cage match where the rules are that you must escape the cage to win, but you must get a pinfall first in order to escape the cage. If you get interrupted, you must reset and start fighting again to get another pinfall. Now, generally, when you watch Japanese wrestling shows, there are multiple intermissions of various durations. They already had like the skeleton or the spine of the cage set up around the ring, and no one really did too much top rope stuff or stuff out over the top to the floor to avoid that, to get around that. But the show was still very good up to this point. So as they go to intermission to set this thing up, they then show the elaborate video package of their ups and downs, starting from, when they first met each other all the way to set up to this match. And it goes over Tam leaving's Act-Res Girls, Natsupoi arriving in Stardom, their match for the white belt in April of last year. And they show parts of that match where they beat the shit out of each other and humiliate each other by throwing water on each other, all that stuff. And that was one of me and Rich's favorite matches in Stardom last year. And showed them, going at it in, tags and trios, whatever else. And then showed them doing these interviews, voiceovers, talking about, how they feel about each other at different points. And you can see, and like, they're in this nice room with nice lighting, and they're hitting, it's them, and they're these two cute girls, pretty girls, and they're dressed like immaculately, and their hair is just fried, dyed, laid to the side, and all to the nines, and all that stuff as they're saying all this. And they're doing a video package, and like it's probably like close to 10 minutes. So then
way longer than that, but
maybe it was longer than that. I don't know. I mean, they played
like it was video package, part of the match, more video package.
Right. So then they leave the video package, and the establishing shot is the steel cage. And then they do the entrances, and then they get in the ring and everything, and then the bell rings, and they're both in their corners, and the crowd is hot, and they're clapping. And then the crowd gets quiet because they're standing in their corners. And obviously I'm thinking of like Fujita and Nago Shiozaki, but eventually they both meet in the middle of the ring, and they just stare at each other for a while, and then it is almost like they're looking at each other, and they're just getting angrier and angrier and angrier, and then they both grab each other by their hair, and then they just start fucking just to the ground, roll out to the ring, and they're in, or roll out of, or not out of the ring, but out to the apron, and they're based up against the cage. And then they start Tam starts, throwing her into the cage face first, raking her face and rubbing her face like a cheese grater against the cage. It's gross. Then at some point, Natsupoi returns a favor. They start hitting each other, or Tam starts hitting her before Natsupoi got advantage, started hitting her with closed fist punch on the mat. So Natsupoi gets her advantage or whatever else, and rakes her face against Tam's face against the cage, and they got the camera right on, and you just see it just completely just cheese grating Tam's face. Tam's face turns red and starts swelling up. Then Natsupoi hits a flash fall and starts to sprint up the ropes to get out of the cage. Tam cuts her off. And takes her down by doing basically a back body drop where they both come sliding and scraping down the edge of the cage. Tam gets her own flash finish. Natsupoi cuts that off by basically Germaning her off the top rope. Tam lands on her head, or she flips but lands on her, basically on her. She almost like forehead hits the canvas. Then they both try to hit each other with their own suplexes. They both escape their own suplex. They hit each other with each other's suplex, whether it's Tam's Tiger suplex or it's Natsupoi's straightjacket suplex. They both get kick outs out of that. Natsupoi gets a fall. I forgot how she gets her fall. She goes up, and Tam cuts her off. They both climb up to the top of the cage. They both get to the top of the cage, and they're both seated on the top of the cage, and they change a slap battle. They keep slapping back and forth, back and forth. They both end up double slapping each other. They both crash down and fall down from the top of the cage to the canvas. Then basically from that point is like Tam is big sister, Natsupoi's little sister, and big sister just like, I've had enough, and just progressively beats the shit out of Natsupoi worse and worse and worse. After all the stuff I already explained, worse and worse and worse. And like Natsupoi just will not go down. She will not stay down. She will not die. She hits her with her Tam hits Natsupoi with her Twilight Dream suplex, and then looks at Natsupoi just basically like in a heap, and goes to take a step back to go climb up the ropes like it's over. And then Natsupoi turns over and then grabs at Tam's leg and tries to, still try to fight. Tam slaps her down, picks her up, hits her with it holds her up in like the violent screwdriver position for forever, and then goes up and then drops her, and it's just like devastating. She's fucking murdered. She's dead, and gets the pin, and then she goes, and then Tam crawls to the cage, crawls up the cage, and Natsupoi fucking is already back crawling up after her, scraping and crawling to her. Tam is like, I can't fucking believe this. Natsupoi gets up on the top rope by Tam. They're by a corner. Natsupoi so beat up that she can't even fight back. She just, I'm here. I'm just here. And Tam just, fuck it. Puts her in hangs her from a dragon sleeper until Natsupoi the life gives out of her. And then once her life gives out of her, she drops. And then Tam looks down at her and is like, fuck. And then she's still like between the ropes, Natsupoi down. Tam climbs down and crashes down halfway because she's so exhausted. She kind of comes to her senses or whatever else. She looks up into the ring, and she's right next to Natsupoi, who's like, her fucking carcass is like right next to her. She like, oh my God, I've beaten this woman to death. And like, she like, give me the key, because this cage has both sides have doors that are padlocked. She's like, give me the Cosmic Angel's key to her side. She runs in. She checks on Natsupoi to see did I murder this woman? Like, have we gone too far? Natsupoi turns out to, because she's tough as fucking iron. She's like, you didn't kill me. I'm still alive. And then Tam says, we say we're going to do a series of 2 matches, this cage match and the match at Kurgan Hall, which is actually going on probably a couple hours from now, because it happens this morning. And she's like, look, we don't have to do this. We don't have to do this. Like, we don't have to have a second match. This is fine. Natsupoi's like, you're out of your fucking mind. We're doing this in a couple days. Get ready, or whatever else. And like, then they take her off. I don't know why they didn't get like one of those like, stretcher deals or whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
Hauls her off. Tam comes out. She gets down. Like, all of Cosmic Angels in tears with her, and she walks to the back. And I was like, God damn, like, I don't know what to do with this match. This match is great.
James,
in like one of the, go ahead.
This match was depressing as fuck.
How so?
Bro, like, it was just like, it was so heavy. Like, I've heard of this thing that, I don't know if you've come across it on Twitter, called Tam's Road or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if this is I guess people are linking a lot of like her super emotional heavy matches together. Like, I watched this match and I was not aware of Tam's Road, and then I discovered it after, and I was like, I feel like I instantly know what this is. Like, the wrestling parts in this match, I like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like when they were, doing the wrestling parts, and then every time they would break down into their, I'm gonna stand in front of you and look like I'm gonna kiss you, or we're gonna fight. Oh, we're actually gonna fight. And it was like 4 different times. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then like the when they were sitting on top of the cage, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then when she kills her at the end, and then she gets back in, I'm like, I felt so bad for Natsupoi, and I was just like, this is depressing. Like, this is just so much. It was like
So it's too heavy for you, is what you're saying. Okay.
Like, bro, it was so dramatic. Like, as far as like
it was
almost,
very dramatic.
almost
Very
unnecessarily dramatic. It was like, I like when y'all wrestle. Like, y'all doing all this like and some like the rolling around spots, like they was hopping on top of each other. Like, bro, it just looked weird. Like, like I was watching. I was like, I feel like the parts of this match are good. Obviously, like the escalations. I didn't like the rules. Like, I didn't like the pin thing, and then like I know they did the thing like it was an I Quit match to establish like, hey, this is the rule. Like, you know, I'll do a roll up and then the person will take off running. I was like, whatever. So I just tried not to think about that. But
I know what you mean at the beginning.
Yeah, but she fucking murdered her with that violet screwdriver. And then when she got up and she like hung her up after, I was just like, yo, this is a lot. Like, this is a lot, man. Like,
see the thing.
Do we need to does Tam need help, James? Like, do we need to send her to like talk to somebody?
Why is she so violent?
Maybe like, what, you know, why does she have like, you know, I don't know. And then like when she got back in the cage, it was like, all right, what's going on, man? Just walk to the back, man.
I think they're playing on the part where like they both very much care about each other, but Natsupoi is so she just won't forgive Tam. I think that's the main thing. Like, it just, she was heartbroken. I mean, it's not too much different from what happened with like the Julia in Suzu Suzuki story, except like it hasn't been able to like fully be, you know, formed as fully fleshed out in Stardom so far as it is here, where it's like we were aces somewhere and then you left me behind. Yeah. And like, I'm here now and like, I don't want to be friends with you. I fucking hate your guts. You broke my heart. You left me. You left our promotion. I'm here now because our promotion isn't like, you know, isn't either working or is defunct now because you left, or in part because you left. And I'm mad and I'm angry and like, and you left me and I'm hurt. And like, whatever, you know, amends you think you want to do, I don't really care for it right now. Maybe over time, who knows? I don't know. But like, I think they care about each other. But like, at the same time, like I just mentioned, like she's still mad, and Tam's like, well, like I can only say I'm sorry so much.
And like, don't get it wrong, I get emotion in wrestling. Like, you're talking to the same guy that, like, you know, when Matt Jackson looked at Heyman and then Heyman essentially executed
this is teen
Kenny.
drama. This is teen drama.
Like, bro, this was like
teen soap opera drama. Yeah,
this was like 4 or 5 of those, like those looks in the eyes before he does the finish, like in the same match though. Like, I was like, yo, like. Like, what is your real problem? Do y'all want to be together? Like, are y'all supposed to be together too? Like Eminem would say, you know, P.S. we supposed to be together too. Like, it's Stan. Like, what's going on here?
I think that's a part of it. Like, I mean, I don't know how long
I don't have
goes.
the translations. I'm just working off what's on the screen.
I think once we get the translation, we'll get a better idea of exactly what they're going for. But like, just going off the body expression, like I mean, it's super heavy. Like it's definitely stylistic. Like, if you are not into this, you could be very put off by this. If you are into this, you think it's the greatest thing ever. I'm somewhere in the middle of it compared to what I've seen. Like,
yeah,
people gave this. A lot of people think this is like a match of the year contender. I'm like, nah, I think it's very great, but not there. I became aware of the Terrence Road thing, and shouts out to Velcage and JML, who was talking about it on Twitter, and I was like, I get it. I was like, I understand now. Like, I was like, this is it. Yeah. I think personally, as far as the grudge stuff with Tam, I think they should tell her to not go 25 minutes or over 25 minutes. I think that if you like, you look at her matches, like with say,
remember the Mina match, the crazy Mina match?
Yeah, but that is crazy Mina. That's not. I don't think that's a Tam instruction. Because also Mina brought that shit out again. But yeah, she brought it against Mariah in the opening round of Cinderella tournament this year. But yeah, like. I think that they need to tell her, like, if you're going to have some super emotionally supercharged heated match, like, go 20 minutes or less. Don't go 25. Don't go 30. Like the Mayu match or whatever else. Because, like, well, the Mayu match is mostly people pissed because it didn't have a finish, but whatever. But yeah, like, I think from a storytelling perspective, like, if you're into the melodrama of wrestling, if you're into, like, Shawn Michaels matches or Triple H matches or Gargano matches, I would say check this out. I think you'll love the fuck out this match. If you want to see the women just beat the fuck out of each other relentlessly at nonstop action, this isn't a Nanae Takahashi match. It's not. But like, I think either way, like, I don't know if you can come away with any of the other scenario not thinking like these women beat the fuck out of each other and this was like a great match. How great is what you come down to it? Like, so I don't know. But I'm
very up in the air. I have no idea how to rate this. None. Like, it was just like, Zach says, did Tam look at her hands? I mean, she might as well have, but she did
looked at Natsupoi. It was fucking dead on the ground.
Like, bro, like, when she gets back in there, like, to talk to her after, it's like, yo, leave her alone. Like, you killed her. Like why are you trying to rub it in this much?
I'm interested to see what their match looks like, their regular rules matches.
Natsupoi better fucking win. Like,
I mean,
look, win or leave. Like, leave the promotion.
Win or leave. No, win or you have to join Cosmic Angels because she beat you too badly.
Oh,
you have no choice.
God.
You've been young girl.
Yeah.